Who will be the next Magic Online champion? Watch on May 13th through 15th as players including Sam Black, Mike Sigrist, and Jerry Thompson compete for the title. Watch live video coverage on twitch.tv/magic.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Community Super League. My name is Wedge from the Manosaurus, and I'm joined by the wonderful Chris from the Girlfriend Bracket. How are you?
Hi, good. Still reeling from our incredible, I guess, loss. We didn't know what was going on.
Okay, so first of all, I'm sorry to literally everyone in the entire world, even people who don't play Magic. When I made the deck, it was so wildly inconsistent that I thought maybe I'll win one game if I pray to Heliod enough, and then the other two will just be funny because I won't do anything. So the deck is super busted in Vintage, right? But I didn't have like any of those pieces, and I had to fit in like a bunch of cards that didn't go in it, and I got like the most ridiculous draws, and that didn't happen in like the 30 goldfish test that I did. There was like no chance. It was I'm so sorry.
That's okay. So you can make it up to us another time.
Can I? Oh, okay. If we're against, I'll just auto concede if we're against each other.
Be like, this is the part where Wedge just has to drop to us.
Yeah. Gosh, that sounds right. Again, just apologies, but without harping on my terrible decisions, I have a feeling we should probably focus on the next match, because one of these deck lists is it's basically commander deck size that we're dealing with here. The matchup, I believe, is Paul Cheon versus Loading Ready Run, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So if we could bring up the Druid deck that Paul Cheon's running, I think this thing is hysterical. Just how we drew it up. Great name, first of all. Let's start there. Absolutely fantastic. And do you want to talk a little bit about what this deck is trying to do?
Basically, it's getting a bunch of enchantments on board and drawing a bunch of cards and playing enchantress creatures and stuff. So it looks pretty insane. I don't have a lot of experience with Legacy, so this was kind of interesting for me to kind of take a look at. And I love enchantments. Who doesn't? I will say that I think that Paul did miss an opportunity to give this deck a different name. I was thinking about it at work, and This Is How We Druid would have been kind of cool, like the Montel Jordan song. This is how we do it. So just a random thought that I had, but
I mean, it's not bad as is, but I like the criticism. Well, what's cool is Enchantress is a legacy deck. It's not 100 cards, because this deck is 105 cards. The Enchantress deck is not 100 cards. But what's cool is all the Enchantress creatures are Druids. There are just a ton of them. So you have cards, for those who don't know, cards like Mesa Enchantress, which is 1 colorless, 2 whites, for a 0/2 human druid. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you can draw a card. You've got Verduran Enchantress, which is another 3 mana 0/2 druid. When you play an enchantment spell, you may draw a card. So this is kind of the whole deck. You play a ton of these creatures, draw a bunch of cards, and then play ridiculous enchantments. Now, one of the coolest things about this deck that I noticed, and I'm not positive this is why he built it, but I'm feeling it might be. Green Sun Zenith is an infamous sorcery. It's X and 1 green. Search your library for a green creature card with converted mana cost X or less, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library, shuffle Green Sun Zenith into your library. Now, I think his plan is to use Green Sun Zenith to search up his 1/of Guiltleaf Archdruid, which is 5 mana for a 3/3 elf druid. Whenever you play a druid spell, you may draw a card. Or you can tap 7 untapped druids you control to gain control of all lands target player controls. I'm pretty sure that's his deck. Like, I think that his entire deck is around playing enchantments so he doesn't die, in hopes of using Green Sun Zenith to get Guiltleaf Archdruid.
He hopes. But it looks like it's going to be like totally sick. Like I'm behind it. I'm there for it. Plus it plays Elephant Grass, and I just think that's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's amazing. All right, now moving on to Loading Ready Run's deck, Constructicons. Very nice throw to the Decepticons. This deck, not as loose. I gotta say, who knew that Constructs would have so many good cards?
They do. I mean, they do.
We're looking at like 90% of an affinity deck. We're not missing much here, are we? From standard, we have, Bonded Construct, Chief of the Foundry, and a Hanger Backwalker. I feel like there are worse cards.
Awesome. They are two of my faves.
Yeah, this is just straight up affinity. So yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be, loading ready, run really fast against Cheon, praying to the Druid gods that he gets to steal all their lands, which might not even help. So poor Cheon. All right, well, without further ado, let's get right down to the match. Hey everyone, welcome back to Community Super League Round 2, Loaded and Ready Run, Constructs, Constructicons versus Paul Cheon's Druid, how we drew it up. And we're looking at opening hands. What do you see here? Let's start with Loading Ready Run. What are they working with?
Let's see. They have, 2 Glimmer Void, Inkmoth Nexus, a Chief, Springleaf Drum. So they got some things that they can definitely drop right away and put some pressure on Paul.
Right. We got this. I mean, to be fair, turn 1, they only dropped 1 permanent. So that's like on the slower end for affinity.
Yeah.
Paul Cheon, he's got a lot of lands. That'll help him get to his Enchantress. Mm-hmm. Look at that Arbor Elf Savannah synergy. Oh, man. So good.
Love you, Arbor Elf.
Getting Wild Growth on his lands. Oh, no. Playing Enchantress. Oh, get the Wild Growth for synergy next turn. So this is actually, I don't want to say best case scenario for Paul, but this is a relatively slow start for affinity, right?
Yeah.
Like he didn't drop 5 permanents on turn 1. They could have wrote it up worse for Paul because what he's looking to do, right, is just survive.
Yeah, and I think he'll have a pretty easy time doing that, just looking at the way the board state is right now. When Chief comes out, if they have more artifact creatures, they'll get +1/+1, which is nice. But I guess we'll have to see what else they draw.
Right. Yeah, well, all right, so let's see. He's got Ravager, Springleaf. Yeah, again, slow start. Here we go, Wild Growth with the Mesa Enchantress. Oh, synergy, it feels so good. What's that? I'm having trouble seeing was that Elephant Grass? 1 green, cumulative upkeep, 1 black creatures cannot attack you. Have a feeling that's not going to help that much. Non-black creatures cannot attack you unless their controller pays an additional 2 for each attacking creature. So, all right, okay. This might not be so bad. Although the cumulative upkeep is a little annoying. But, I have a feeling Paul planned this out, although maybe not 2 of them.
Yeah, 2 seems a little heavy.
Yeah, I'm not sure he wants to play that. Although to be fair, when you think about it, he's running 105 cards. He has drawn 4 of his fetch lands and 2 Elephant Grass. Sorry, 5 fetch lands. He just got Misty Rainforest again. Jeez. Another one. He has 28 lands in his deck, and he's already gotten 7 of them out. Math.
Yep. And he's got Utopia Sprawl on deck too.
Yes, he's clearly got mana. Oh, good. Leaf Gilder, great thing to sink mana into. Oh, wait. Poor Paul. Now, to be fair, he has done a lot with, because if you've noticed, this is going into turn 3. So Paul's done a lot with, very little amount of time. He's created a very interesting board position. It just doesn't really do anything. But I feel like that's okay. For now, because again, there's cranial plating. I was going to say the clock's not that bad, and then plating.
Yeah, plating's a bad deal.
Yeah, plating, even with the minor amount of artifacts on the board, if he just plays cranial plating, animates one of those Inkmoth Nexus, that clock becomes real slow. Although, let's not forget that Elephant Grass stops non-black creatures from attacking you unless their controller pays an additional 2. So, again, this is a prison deck. He's playing prison druids. This is dirty.
Dirty druids.
He doesn't have the mana. This is amazing. He's going to have to use Springleaf Drum so that he might be able to attack eventually.
Oh. I want to see Paul draw something other than lands.
Yeah, okay, so what does Paul need to do right now? Does he just... he's got to draw into something, right? Drawing into more draw spells probably isn't great.
Yeah, he needs more enchantments on deck for sure.
He's got one of Heliod, something like that would be good.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely got win conditions, but a lot of his deck is a lot of draw spells. He's got like Sylvan Library. Solitary Confinement stops him from dying. Oh man, this is... I think Elephant Grass is doing the work of like 8 enchantments right now.
Yeah, I saw Solitary Confinement and I was like, what? I'm like, that card is crazy.
The card is awesome. Oh, but he's clearly really deep on this whole I'm worried about dying in the early game plan, which he should be, because usually Affinity runs out really fast and you don't get 2 Elephant Grass.
True. Very, 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 very true.
Yeah, this is just insanity. He's hiding behind a wall of trees. And like robots just aren't getting through. Man, this is
tall grass there.
Synergy here. If he can get a creature, well, let's see. Even if so if they attach Cranioplating, they need to drop. Okay, they drop Glimmer Void. Okay, if they attach Cranioplating and maybe wait a turn, they can start attacking with 1 creature. It's just gonna get destroyed by Leaf Gilder. Oh my god, did Leaf Gilder just attack? All right, well that's a win con. Okay.
Attacking with Leaf Gilder.
We have a 10 turn win condition on Leaf Gilder. I feel like this is how we drew it up. I get it, because that's the name of it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna D- myself. Okay. Thoughtcast, not bad. It'll help him draw into, I don't know, things that also cost 4 to attack with. And remember, this format is particularly interesting because there are no sideboards. So even if Loading Ready Run had some sideboard enchantments, it doesn't matter because they have to deal with this the whole time.
Yep.
There
will never not be an enchantment around. There will be constant presence of enchantments.
This is terrible. I don't even know who's even... Okay, so Loading Ready Run's on the clock. What are they thinking right now? Like, what do they want to happen here? I don't know. What do they do? Like, we don't have mana to attack. With their 1/1 Arcbound Ravagers, they're so tiny. Oh, hey, you can play that Ornithopter for free. Right? It's value, right?
Just drop it on the field.
Okay, well, hey, that's something that you can tap with Springleaf Drum. So it can help get through the elephant. I've never seen grass be so aggressive. Seriously, this is don't mess with Dumbo. I approve. No, it's true. I mean, this is some real rogue elephant tactics. Rogue elephant's even a card. It's Illuminati confirmed. All right, so looking at oh gosh. All right, so he tapped out to equip plating. So now he has to wait to attack. Okay, so what does Paul... So now Loading Ready Run has enough mana to let their Ornithopter attack. What does Paul need here?
Something better than lands and 2 Elephant Grass.
Wait, are you telling me that Elephant Grass can't win the game by itself? Is that what you're telling me? Because I mean,
it would definitely be a story to tell later to be like, hey guys, so like, I totally won this game thanks to Elephant Grass.
I mean, I'm looking through his deck list now, and he really, a lot of what he's doing is... Oh, wait a minute. How many artifacts do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8?
8.
And then artifact creatures get... Oh, but they don't have the... Okay, they can tap 1, 2, 3. They have enough. They don't have enough to equip Inkmoth and animate it. Because they need 4 to attack. So they can tap Springleaf, that's 2. And then 3 is Glimmer. They don't have enough right now. So let's see. It really doesn't need Infect. This Ornithopter is gigantic.
No.
Yep, there's the 4 mana. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
So this is just an absolute thwack in the face. So it seems Paul's deck is mono lands, I guess. I'm counting Elephant Grass. There's a land on it. So it is grass, physically. Paul's got to draw something. Come on, Paul.
Oh, Paul.
Come on, Paul. You got this,
looking
man.
Bad.
Not a land, one time.
No whammies.
No whammies. Oh, he's got his cumulative upkeep. That Elephant Grass. Saved him like 3 turns already.
Doing work.
Certainly. Oh, man. Oh, these upkeep triggers. Come on, Paul. One time. Paul. Chris, where's your Paul chant? Come on. Paul. Yeah. See, now he's got it. Here it comes. Paul, what is that?
It's not a land, but
that is not something that's going to save him from the 1 billion power ornithopter. All right, so that went pretty quick. Although even with Affinity's slow draw, it just seems like Paul's deck just ramps and draws cards, but it ramps and draws cards into more ramp and card draw.
Yep. There's like no ending to it.
Right. So what is it going to take? What's it going to take for Paul to win? If we're really, so he's got, let's see.
That's a little better for him than before. He's got what? Utopia Sprawl, a fetch, Plains, is that? Oh, I can't even read it. What's that? Green Sun Zenith.
Yep, he's got Miri's Guile, Argothian Enchantress. So he's got mana. You know, he's got land in a Utopia Sprawl. Got a fetch land, which is nice. If you look at Loading Ready Run, their hand's looking pretty slow. That is a tease 6 land. That is a tease 6. They do get to put on top. They play okay, that gives them their Metalcraft, so they're off to the races.
Can't argue with that.
Yep. So this is probably one of the better draws that Paul could get.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
I agree.
It's Miri's Guile is really, really good. It's definitely going to help him fix, or at least look a few cards deep. At least this is when I say it's the best he could do. We're talking about a deck with 105 cards, so this is probably the best he can do with 105 cards. But oh my gosh, is he Green Sun Zenith for Dryad Arbor? Well, pack it in. Where's the auto concede? Oh man, broken. Yep, land Bonded Construct. Now are they going to play the Mox Opal now? Nope, they're going to wait. That's good. That's smart. Got that Leaf Gilder. Did some beats last game. Let's see. So what do you think Paul should be doing with his turn? Like after this one, obviously, getting his Enchantress on the field.
Yeah, I was definitely going to say that. And then I think that get out the Utopia Sprawl, if possible.
Right.
Play the Leaf Gilder.
Yep, that's fair. Yeah, that's a good line. It's a good line. You know, he's clearly got stuff to do right now, so I guess the Guile doesn't need to be in play yet. And he's got these Oh, wow. Is that another... Is his hand like mono Verduran Enchantress? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay, so he's got 2, 3. So he's got, let's say, he could do... He has to wonder how fast this Affinity hand is going to blow up, right?
Yeah, because I think right now they're going to put him on a clock pretty quick.
Yep. There's the Overseer, which is like, hi, I'm a win con. Unless you have Elephant Grass. Zing! All right, so tap 3. Yeah, he's gone Enchantress. I mean, he's got to do this, right? And then Guile. Okay. So again, we have to deal with the... What does he draw into? Oh! Green Sun Zenith. Nice.
It's not bad.
Good. Let's see what creatures can he get.
Right on time.
I mean, Eidolon of Blossoms. Even if he gets the Archdruid, what's really sad is his big win con is stealing everybody's lands. But Affinity, especially this opening hand, doesn't really need them. So that hurts. That hurts. I guess he could go Heliod, I suppose. I'm looking at his...
I'd love to see a Heliod on deck right now.
That'd be sweet. He's got a 1-of, so you can grab it. If he could get a Sigil of the Empty Throne somehow, he could get some 4/4 Angels. It looks like besides the Sigil of the Empty Throne and the Heliod, I don't think he can win the game.
Looking real rough.
I'm looking at the deck right now. He can Solitary Confinement for the Laws if he finds it. I mean, because why wouldn't you do it for the Laws? That's just
exactly.
Oh, look at that. He can kill Cavernous Souls now with that Archdruid. That's value. I mean, this is... Oh, yeah, wait. Heliod isn't green, so I can't even get it anyway. Oh, that's rough. So he can basically just get the Archdruid. That's like his big... What kind of karma does it take to play a deck around Guiltleaf Archdruid into Affinity? What kind of karma do you have to have? Like, how many babies have you had to just, like, slap in the face to get that?
A lot. A lot.
Oh, man. All right, so what do we got? Loading ready run. Yeah, just vomiting the board right now.
Yeah, because Ravager's going to come down. They got plating.
Yep. Well, even if they didn't know what Paul's deck was doing before, they definitely know what it's doing now.
Yeah.
So it's even more so than normal, which Affinity is always like headbutt against the table fast. They know that, or they don't know, but they have an idea that maybe they could get locked out, right? If they don't do something fast. Like, they don't know the extent of the enchantments in Paul's deck. Oh, man.
That's a lot of noble hierarchs. I don't like that.
Yeah, but Exalted, though. He can make that Dryad Arbor so big. Right? It'd be the biggest Dryad Arbor.
Could.
This is tough. I'm trying to figure out... All right, so he's trying to pick for Miri's Guile. We don't see two of the cards, but we see no higher. All right, so his other two cards were Argothian Enchantress and Mason Enchantress, so more creatures that draw cards based on enchantments being cast. So again, man, I don't know. What do you... Like, honestly, how does Paul win this? Oh, wait. Is he green sunning for 1?
I think so, yes.
What is he getting? Did he just get Arbor Elf?
Yep.
Oh, man, this is awesome. Oh, just the disrespect.
The disrespect.
There are a lot of Druids in play. There are a lot of Druids in play.
Well, at least he delivered what he promised, a lot of Druids.
That's true. This is how he drew it up. You're not wrong. We are, like, a turn away from loading ready run just going crazy with this cranial plating. Yeah, this is not how Paul wanted things to go.
Not like this.
All right, so he's doing all right. I'm still trying to find a way for Paul to win the game.
I think all of the bad times are about to happen, so I don't know that Paul can pull this out.
It doesn't seem great. It doesn't seem great. All right, so we're still... All right, Loading Runner is going to attack. Yep, this seems right. Just going all in. Those 0-1 Noble Hierarchs don't look great. Not like this. Bible Thump. This hurts.
Ravager.
That's the thing. They're doing this without the cranial plating.
Like, we don't even need plating.
Yeah.
Whatever. YOLO.
Yo. That's really what it's not Constructicons. It's just YOLO. All right, so he's looking again. I see a Sarah Sanctum and 2 Wooded Foothills. Oh, Paul.
No more lands.
Paul, not like this, Paul. Paul, no. Paul, why? I'm not going to say this hurts, but... Okay, it does. It doesn't feel great.
R.I.P. Paul.
Angel Thump. This is bad. Yeah, still no. He's getting all these creatures that do really well off enchantments, and he's running 33 enchantments, basically a third of his deck. And what is he drawn into this game? Utopia Sprawl and Amiri's Guile. Like, this is...
Yeah.
This is right. If he could get 1 enchantment, look at all the Enchantress cards he has on the battlefield. He could, like, draw a whole new hand.
Exactly.
So what does Loading Ready Run do now? Do they taste blood? Do they go for the win?
Go for the kill.
But I mean, if you're Constructicons, that's pretty close to Decepticons, so I think you either have to or just yell at Starscream. Anyone who gets that reference, I really like you. They just, yep, barreling in.
Just do it.
So we're looking at, yeah. Oh, the fetch.
The fetch
I don't know what to say.
Difference.
Yeah, this is... All right, so going to blocks. Oh, these poor enchantress just staring. Don't know how to fight robots. They just hang out in trees.
We're not used to this life.
This is like... This is a statement on urbanization and deforestation. That's what this is. It's a political statement. Paul Cheon's making a political statement. Oh, this is just gonna hurt my heart. Look at all this value that's about to die.
I appreciate that he tried to bring a gun to a knife fight, but unfortunately, no.
He tried to bring like seeds to a gunfight. He tried to, I don't know, like a paper football. I don't know. Oh, hey, there's the Heliod. If he just got that like 3 days ago. Oh God, it hurts so bad. Another enchantress card or enchantment card. It's amazing how few enchantments he drew, running 33 of them.
Yeah, I was really hoping to see more.
Our savior Heliod hitting the battlefield. Oh man. Heliod, please.
Save Paul, Heliod.
Heliod, save Paul. This is what you were meant for. Yeah, it's just he can't do anything about it.
Nope.
That was wow.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I gotta say, Paul's deck, amazing flavor-wise. Yes, absolutely fantastic. It's just so unfortunate that he finds himself not only up against the Affinity player who wouldn't get hurt by his Archdruid combo for land steal, but also doesn't draw any enchantments as an enchantment deck. Savage.
Sad times.
It is. Is it all right, that's crazy. All right, looking at the rest of our schedule. Next up is Gabby Sparts with Boy and Girl Scouts of Zendikar versus Marshall Sutcliffe with its Raining Elk. Just I gotta tell you, if you've seen Marshall's deck, it's fantastic. It's absolutely wonderful. It's kind of the best thing ever. I can't wait to be in chat for this. Oh my gosh.